Again, with more what's the word for it? Advice or small explanation of things. So I don't have to go through a lot. So for my last sentence, I already know my take on the education system of this planet of any era. It should not cost that much money for something this small. Nor you shouldn't like have a select few to get it if they can be the best brown noser they can be, or I shouldn't have to pay a lot of money to go to school just to take some bull crap. But anyway, let's continue with the notes. Like the video discussed, this is just certain type of networks. There's the BYOD, which is bring your own device. This device is yours personally. You can do whatever you want to it within the contract. Like some of my phones are bring your own device. I can add a rootkit to it or blah blah blah. If I had a warrant, it expired that warrant to the phone itself, unless the warranty on it says otherwise. But it expired that. You can have a rootkit to the phone, as long as it does not change the services of the actual company you did with, which bring your own devices. That's due to the fact that what's the word for it? The service of a device is mostly the connection of the signal. As long as you're not hacking them or you taking information or you cheating on your bill, that's basically what it is. You should look up the rest for yourself. Just read your terms and contract. Always read your terms and contract. Everyone, always copy that mug too, because the internet up here will break their contract faster than anything. GCI, ACS, Cricket. I'm gonna continue down the line. You know, hey, this is how much this worth is in the contract. Next day they change it. I said, no, we didn't. I never heard of that, but whatever. Anyway, the next one is cloud computing. A cloud is nothing more than a location with a server, but is not a server with a bunch of large hard drives to hold information. It's just a tiny server that have information stacked in such a way that it's not bundled up, which is more can get into it. That way you can put more into it and take it out anytime. It has a signal on the end where it recognizes who you are and what you want. There's many type of cloud computing. Um, it's what's the word for it? How could I say it? You can set up your own cloud if you want to, or you can start a business with cloud computing. I like cloud computing, but I don't recommend it because a cloud computing is more easier to hack than a data center. Both of these things, you don't understand internet signal in there say, hey, it's a cloud computer. You have to have a location which y'all were puny technology, whatever. A location that holds information in it. It's just that with cloud computing, you can save space with it, and it's more expensive. Duh. You need to have a data center or in the cloud computing information, whatever. You need to have both. You don't just have one. Data centers get hacked due by people breaking in and stuff. I'm gonna make my own data center. The only way you can break in by getting through my turns, my laser guns, and my freaking black hole warp magic, which I am pretty sure they watch me now. That's the case. Anyway, there's cloud computing, another type of service you can buy. There's paralleling networking. Basically, it's what's the word for it? It's when you have an existing service in your house, or when you have a electrical service in your house with a wire, you can buy service with a socket right here. Plug that in, and it will connect to the electrical lining and give you service. It's basically a local area network extension where you can receive a form of wireless signal, mostly just a LAN, basically wired. Some could be wireless, but it's might cost a little bit more, a little bit less because it's connecting to the electrical stuff, which is the same thing, but paralleling network. There's wireless broadband servers, which works good for people who are in uh an area where they can get hard wires. That's basically just a former internet service providers in the area who is sending out wireless signal to that specific area. That service provider connects to someone else outside the area, which become wireland for y'all, which is basically like wireless area network or wide area network, but it's more of a wireless local area network because it's sending a signal to another internet service provider somewhere outside the area who has a WAN with people in that area. And in that area, they have a local area network connected directly to them. Basically, it's not hardline. You have a wireless signal and you have a name on your signal. You have it's like satellite. You have an object in your house that has I don't want to get too complicated. An object in your house that has a, how do I describe it for y'all? A signal acceptor. A detective signal specifically meant for you and no one else with that internet company. That internet company recognizes you and send that signal to you based on how much you pay for it. That's basically a wireless internet service provider, nothing more. You could have a think of a water tower or satellite, like I said. It's not DSL, which is direct service line, which is currently the fastest. Then there's the wireless broadband service. It is mostly for services like business or home businesses. It's cell phones. Yeah, that's how you describe it. Cell phones. There are areas that have DSL, which is like hardline phones that have VoIP, which is voice over internet protocol. Basically, you have a printer or a phone with a TV screen on it. And it's still a form of wireless service, but it's connected in a way that you receive more signal because that chip that come in is like higher grade, and that tower that's sitting on your location or near you, it is even more high grade than somewhere else like right near you is even more high grade where you can get the best service you can be, which is why cell phones should work. In my case, you can call 911 everywhere on the planet, even though 911 is supposed to work everywhere. Anyway, that's just a small branch of type of services that are out there. Have fun with that information. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all just go through it.